last level of the day. Of course, we might not get to the end of the level. If we lose a player, we stop for the night, and we come back tomorrow with 6.
Why 100, 150 instead of 75.1?
I think because on the beginning they make it like, you know, 1K, 1.5K, and then they stick to it. Like.
So we're starting, yeah?
And we're back. Blinds up there, top left, gang.
I have 2.5 million. Thank you. You're welcome. 2.5? 2.5.
Players just verifying each other's stack sizes.
Double check?
No.
Quite sure.
Joking. Hit it.
7-5 for Gillet. Jose Gonzalez, currently 3rd in chips, folds the ace-9. There is the short stack, Andrea Dato. He appears to have folded, so it's on Halil Tashirak, king-queen. Raises to 300K. The chip leader folds the button.
Mint overdose.
Kozenkai out from the small, and now it's Nikita Kuznetsov in the big.
Basically a herbivore, I know. Basically a herbivore, I know.
Yeah.
Nikita, what you got, buddy? All right, ace deuce. So 26 big blinds after the big blind ante and the big blind are put in there for Nikita Kuznetsov.
Plants, trees, growing inside of it.
1.1.
Okie dokie.
And that looks like a tree bet to me. It's going to be in the region of a quarter of his stack here. King, queen of the offsuit variety, though. Tricky spot. Definitely might consider a call. The suited variety a lot easier to call. Much better playability than the offsuit variety, but nice work there.
I know you like your trees.
I have a question about Gilly, Nick, which you might be able to answer. What is the inside joke about him and stream delay?
Everyone saw that, now he will 4-bet 8.
So he's a Twitch streamer, right? Took part in the Dare to Stream competition back in 2019. And a few people commenting on the fact that he must be loving the length of delay on the PokerStars stream.
Oh, did he famously have an extra long delay when he streams? I actually don't know the answer.
Or maybe he got
that.
stream sniped once for having a short delay.
Yeah, it might be something along those lines as well.
Oh, he basically once had a Sunday Million stream where he was on a 30-minute delay.
Thank you, Tom. Aces for Gonzalez.
You can only grow for yourself. Exactly. Yeah. You can't give it to your friends.
And now Croaks was saying it was 20 minutes. I tell you what, you and Tom can fight it out. One of you can have a fork, one of you can have a knife. We'll clean up the mess afterwards. Gonzalez with aces, Kuznetsov with 9s.
So after that altercation between Kuznetsov and Tasirek, 30 big blinds in the stack. I expect to see a call here a bunch. Yeah, 3 of those chippies. Spam your chilies in the chat.
Don't waste them.
Yeah.
Don't waste them when he's got 7-3 offsuit. You want to spam your chilies and your willies when he's got the 9s. So we have an 8-5-3 flop, and this could cost Kuznetsov a few chips.
Yeah, 8-high board, pretty difficult to imagine Gonzalez not going to fire this, and we're going to see some chips go in the mill with the overpair pocket 9s.
No idea how bad he wants an overcard to hit the turn.
No, I'm not doing. No. No, I'm not knowing. I don't know.
Magnetic Toast says the 9 of hearts will be a fun turn card. Instead, it's the 7 of spades.
Still pretty brutal.
Yep, not only another undercard to the 9s, but now a gutter ball as well. 6 will give Kuznetsov the straights. Going to the river. Oh, and he absolutely drills it.
Oh, no.
Gets there.
Wait, guys. 5, 6, 7, 8.
You got it.
Oh, it's a straight. Just double checking.
$1.2.
Oh, almost full pot.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's one of those boards that's pretty nasty, right? I mean, Gonzalez could have a missed flush draw. Some of those missed flush draws have actually made a straight anyway, right? Obviously, he's going to have sets that he still might bet like this as well, given the nature of the UTG Open.
Michael's saying it's a god-awful board for aces, and I agree.
Yeah, it really is.
But the small blind isn't going to have as many of those, like, 6, 7, 8, 9s, whatever that's going to connect super hard with this board, right? I mean, granted, I don't think there's a ton of bluffs here in this spot either, nearly full pot size bluffs. So I think you can look at it from that perspective, but isn't the small blind calling range going to be a lot of things that just completely miss here?
Yeah, I take your point, Joe. I think, like you're saying, small blind as opposed to big blind.
Right,
That'll have
yes.
way more of these sort of random one-card straights, etc. Yeah, that's definitely a consideration. And, I mean, like I said, you could have sets on the flop here as well. There's a good
Yes,
chance.
if 9s are there, 8s are going to be there, 7s are going to be there, 6s are probably going to be there.
Well, I was going to say 6s, 3s, and 5s, though, he might actually take out just because we're on the final as well, because he's just trying not to.
Maybe not 6s, sure.
He's trying not to set mine as he gets, 30 big blinds or less here.
9, 10 suited.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That seems like a really, really cute little candidate that he might still have in there. Again, might fold it. Pre-flop, but, just got to know your guy.
I understand Gonzalez thinking over this decision, but he's running out of time bank cards. Makes the call.
Woof.
Can I have a tea, please? It's 2. Yes. 3. Thank you. Also Turkish tea, please.
I think Gonzalez has just surrendered his last 3 time bank cards. I think he's now out. He'll get 6 more tomorrow, but if we go through to the end of this level, he's now 30 seconds max per decision.
Almost 2 minutes. Or 1.5 minutes. Almost 2. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Yep, unfortunate run up there for the aces, but tricky spot.
Rough stuff. I mean, that was going to be pretty rough for either player, right? If you think about it.
It was going to be gross for somebody.
An 8 high board, losing the aces or the straight peeling off.
5,150. Sorry about the. You're here.
Gonzalez reminds me of me. Always kind of a little step behind.
Dato with his 16 bigs.
Especially after losing a big pot. You're just like, what? Where's the, who?
Just a bit shell-shocked.
300,000.
The verbal declarer strikes again.
300,000. Kuznetsov wisely folds the 10-6. 9 deuce of diamonds. For Gilles Simon in the small blind. He folds. And now we've got Gonzalez in the big blind with Queen 7 of diamonds. He is there. We can't see him. There he is.
Probably just going to peel it. Yep, Queen 7 suiting seems good in the big blind.
I mean, why even bother if your aces can't win?
Wow, top 2 versus a diamond draw. No. And a reminder, Gonzalez has no time bank cards.
I can't imagine ever needing a time bank card, let alone 6 of them. What are these people doing? Writing their phone numbers down and giving them to waitresses?
So Dato, 14 bigs behind, not going to struggle to get the chips in, even with a smaller size here on the flop.
200,000.
And does size down 200K, so just a little bit more than a quarter pot. As is customary in these circumstances.
I bet he plays better without the time bank cards.
We'll see.
Potentially.
Think long, think wrong.
9 of clubs on the turn. Dato now better than a 4-1 favorite.
Definitely want to continue turn here. Plenty of flush draws you can still get value from. Plenty of King X combos that might get sticky. Plenty of weak aces that you have dominated. Oh, wow. Takes the check. Free card city.
And it's a card that does not help Gonzalez.
I like Free Card City. The taxes are super high. Good schools, though.
Christian Dior was hoping for a boat versus flush, said it would be so sick. Do you want to tell him or shall I?
No.
Not possible.
Oh, man, Jose. Jose. Stop the bleeding. He's just rubbing it in his face, the time bank cards at this point.
Just showing off.
It was like that scene from Three Amigos where Chevy pours all the water all over his face. Are you guys thirsty? Two brutal hands in a row for Jose Gonzalez.
Yeah, and he's dropped down below the 30 big blind mark. Not much separating Gonzalez, Cousin Kai, and Dato now.
Yeah, scratch that itch.
Andrea Dato still the shortest stack of the table, but with 3... No, he's not. It's Cousin Kai is now the shortest stack at the table. Wow, both players with 24 bigs.
Some folks being critical of that shove. Nick's now making a very critical face of your comment.
Oh, chat.
Nice shove to get called by better.
Oh, aggressive fold.
Nick, you know they can't see your face, right? That you should say something to respond.
Face for radio show. Yeah, I think that's there's still plenty that worse that calls you there. I think if you're not finding value with top 2 there on that run out, I really feel like you might be missing a trick though. You're getting a little bit too tight there, I think.
I do understand the sentiment of what the person's saying, right? That, like, yes, if you're up against, like, a set, maybe you get snapped off there.
Yeah.
And maybe there's not a ton of hands that can call you either. But what are you really afraid of there? How are you? You just got to raise.
I mean, if you actually think back to the hand, guys, there was a straight on the river, but it was with deuce 5, which is already a combo that probably wouldn't be played at all unless it was suited. And even then, some players still might take it out given the final table ICM. Sets, possible, but in that case, it would have to be a set of aces, a set of kings, or a set of 3s because all the other pairs probably just call and then fold. Set of 3s definitely a possibility, but the ace and the king are discounted because you have one of those in your hand each, and blockers are real. And then you think about all the hands that you do beat. Some weaker aces that still might call you, some weaker kings or stronger kings, medium strike kings. I mean, that probably still folds, but, you know, just bear with me. How about some 2 pairs with an ace? How about an ace tray? How about an ace 5? Especially if they're suited. I just think that when you break it down, there's probably more combos that pay you than combos that you're going to completely cry about.
Xavier asked, does Gonzalez auto-muck if he doesn't react in time? Yeah, sure does.
We have seen it before. A player with no time bank cards left who can't make a decision inside the 30 seconds. Auto folded if you get to the end of that 30 seconds and you haven't decided what to do.
Cute little GTO wizard brainwashed chat boys, says Sim Shadies.
I didn't see.
I like it.
Is that the name of our new band?
Cute little GTO wizard brainwashed chat boys? Yeah, sure.
You can make it into an acronym if you want.
I haven't gotten it right yet. Cute little GTO wizard brainwashed chat boys. There we go.
Pocket 4s for Kuznetsov.
Big discipline.
Folds the sailboats.
I wish I had the same discipline.
Someone's cat's in the room.
Every now and then someone feels the need to have a tinkle.
Are you saying that was a Prince Albert rattling around?
I could use a Turkish tea around now. Can we get some Turkish teas in here?
I was going to say, Gonzalez looks a little bit forlorn, probably because he's been dealt the spraggy.
Blockers aren't real.
Blockers aren't real. They're not, by the way. It says it right here on my shirt.
9, 8, 7.
850.
Sorry, my shirt says straddle today, but earlier this week it said it right on my shirt.
1 pass.
Okay, Gonzalez getting aggressive with the ace-7 off.
What do we think of this 3-bet, Nick? Is this a legit 3-bet, or is this the more you tighten your grip, the more star systems slip through your fingers?
I think it's totally reasonable. Absolutely, Gonzalez not taking his foot off the
Okay.
gas. You know,
Oh, all right.
I was going to say, I think perhaps might be a little bit more skewed towards I'm going to start bluffing to try and win some chips back, given the fact he's been losing a few. But I don't know if we've seen Gonzalez really tilting so much yet, at least in the sessions I've seen.
Well, Gonzalez, who at one point was pretty much tied with Yannick Schumacher for the chip lead at this table, is now bottom tied with Andrea Dato with 20 bigs each.
And Gilly just laying the hammer down. He's like, what was that? What did you say? I'm all in.
Yeah,
Sorry, how much you got? Yeah, I don't care. I'm all in.
not shy. Not having it.
Beautiful stuff.
300,000.
Oh, there we go. I love tens. It's just so much stuff. It's just blow.
Fives for Gilly.
Cinco, cinco, cinco. I think he probably just wants to get away from this. I don't think you're going to mess around with a small pocket pair at that from that position.
8 and 10 plus. One plus.
Mike Oxlong asks how much of this level is left. 69 minutes, Mike.
Nice.
Isn't Mike Oxlong one of the guys who appears in the videos you watch when you're trying to crank it?
Yes, he's one of the top influencers in cranking.
Community.
Yeah. Alongside Michael Hunt and Pete Ness. Three of the most informative crank video creators. Yeah, a lot of them named Mike. There's a Michael Litteris as well.
6 plus. 8 plus. 10 plus.
The three Mikes, that's what we call them. Oh, Jenny Talia, sure, of course. Who could forget Jenny?
Shoot one less. 300,000. 60,000.
See more butts. Now that one's ridiculous. Don't ruin it.
So Tasharek has raised the button. Kozenkai in the big blind with queen 6 faults.
Out of the way.
Discipline.
By the way, what did you fold? Like you use 4-time banks and had a jack?
What they fold?
Yeah, you.
What they fold?
Yeah,
Jacks.
jacks. Yeah.
I think I see a friendship developing. These are some brave people raising ace-8 under the gun.
8 and 10.
I know it's
suited.
mandatory.
It's
I
suited,
know.
Joe.
I know, but
This is an opportunity for greatness.
it's an opportunity to get 3-bet your pants off. I forget that normal people flop flush draws and make them occasionally.
3 plus. 4 plus.
All right, I'll give this bad lookalike a spin. Gonzalez looks like Jason Mantzoukas from
Oh,
Brooklyn
yes.
Nine-Nine,
That's a
Adrian
good one.
Pimento.
Yeah.
Really great character.
I don't know, guys. If I'm Kuznetsov, I'm feeling pretty cool about coming along with the 7-4 of spades, but
Простит меня кот Спартак.
wow. All right, doesn't want to mess with it. That's fine. Could be that because it was UTG and cutoff, just a little bit stronger ranges, and just thinking, you know what, don't want to get mixed up. Seems reasonable to fold too, I think, for sure. But two suited cards where you're usually going to be live under these circumstances. Flush draw no good, though. Definitely not helpful.
So ace-8 still the best hand on this king-jack-6 flop.
No overstock. I'm not friends with Jason Mantzoukas. We did live in the same neighborhood in L.A., and I would see him out occasionally. And one of my friends went on a few dates with him, but I've never met the fella.
Check, check. Check of spades, pairs the board. Bringing a 55% chance of a chop.
C6 check.
This one goes to Uncle.
Uncle Lil.
This is great.
That's it.
We're bringing back poker nicknames. We've got Halil the Uncle, Tashirak, Andrea the Announcer, Dato, Jose the Beard, Gonzalez, Yannick, Michael Schumacher.
I fold lovely hand, my brother, and I say sorry, brother, that I fold. Discipline.
Pass.
Ten pass. One pass.
Ace-4 for Schumacher.
6, 3 raise, 300,000. 4 pass.
Kuznetsov with the same hand in the small blind. Folds.
5 pass.
Great denial of equity.
10-9. Simon in the big.
I think we just call here a bunch.
Call.
Nice hand to play versus that wider cutoff open. Definitely going to have enough equity to continue. Don't need to get too out of hand here.
Queen 10-5. Gilly flops best.
6, 6 check.
I think a nice little small continue from Schumacher's cool here. Schumacher 53 bigs, Gilly on 39, so probably just a third. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, I could go ultra small as well.
25,000.
Yeah, really cute size here. Extra, extra small. That's a call.
Gilly now a 95% favorite with the 5 of spades pairing the board.
C6 check.
Svensson says, gonna play until a winner today. Good God, no. We can barely lose a player to get down to 6. 2 pair on the river for Simon. I mean, I know he already had 2 pair. He's got a better 2 pair now.
I just want to make sure these two remember to put their green scarves back in the green scarf bin on the way out. We're going to need them for tomorrow.
Yep, not complimentary. 3 pair for Gilly. I think it's pretty unlikely your opponent has a queen here. Probably bet flop, bet turn with a queen, so going to have the best hand here a ton. Obviously a situation where your opponent could consider having a stab after you check, but I think with ace high, you're probably pretty good just to try and get to showdown here.
Remember we got to 16 yesterday and that person was chastising us for having another 2 days to play this tournament.
Yeah, where's that dude now? I sure like to tell him to go suck an egg.
Nice spot there, Gilly.
Far away from you. You put it far away from me. I won't be able to reach it.
7 million, 46 big blind, sitting in 3rd place on the leaderboard. Yannick Schumacher second in chips with 51 bigs. Halil Tashirek is the current chip leader with 52 bigs.
Frankie B wants to know, is that the Simone from Poker Stars? Yeah.
Really? No,
Sure.
I wasn't.
Ali.
The hell are you talking about? Of course it
You
is.
heard it like
He's Simone. This is Poker Stars. He's the Simone from Poker Stars.
what's yours? What do you think?
33.
32.
The Dare to Stream champ.
Sorry for the adverse comments.
28.
28?
Yes. Drinking the whole week?
Poker is a tough game now.
It was a long week, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Where are you from?
Hungary.
If he wins, he'll have enough for a stream-ready PC.
Cameron Wood asks, is this the chat board for Poker Stars? Cameron, the chat is specific to this live stream.
Is this the Poker Stars BBS?
Is this the Poker Stars teletext? There's a throwback.
Gonzalez with the Snowmans.
It's fitting. He's been running pretty cold lately. Well, this will be a win. Put this one in the win column.
Gilly says, thought we were just going to have a nice friendly game. Nice pickup there for Gonzalez, though. Pretty cute little big blind situation.
With other one, you.
So Dato back at the bottom with 18 bigs. Gonzalez has just chipped up over 20 bigs. 56 minutes left on the level. That means a maximum of 56 minutes of play left today. We'll finish earlier than that if we lose someone in 7th place. Wow, how has no one noticed this before?
Shut up.
Quipsy123, has anyone said Joe Stapleton looks like a bad lookalike of Charlie Day? How has this never come up in conversation?
Unbelievable.
Only about 2,000 times.
Today.
Are you living in Hungary?
Here's the real question.
Budapest?
Do you think Charlie Day is aware of me and anyone has ever said to him, you look like this poker commentator Joe Stapleton?
Would you be offended if the answer is most likely no?
No. I would not be offended.
Yeah. You always have to specify that.
Joe always gave me
right?
Brad Pitt
Everybody always
vibes.
thinks it's something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had that once. It's like a year ago at some train station. There was like a group of Turkish kids who went to the Netherlands for some
Some
exchange
people are saying yes. Some people have
or
my back
something.
in chat.
They're, like smart high school kids, and they went to university for a bit of an exchange. And they started quizzing me on a bunch of stuff. And they asked me, what's the capital of Turkey? And I knew it was Ankara. And they were so proud of me.
Stapes was famous before Charlie is incorrect.
Yeah, but you're right. Everyone.
That's assuming you agree I'm famous now, but let's focus on the poker here. Pocket Kings for Dato.
Boring geography lessons. I'm sorry for boring all of you guys.
We love you, everyone.
I'm a nerd.
Does somebody here doesn't love him?
You? Him? He's a very lovely kid, no?
Sweetheart.
You know, a sweetheart bastard.
But good attitude.
Yeah, you better strap in Kuznetsov.
Three for Americans.
You're going to be ice skating uphill this hand.
Bang, bang.
Always an ace on the desk when you have kings.
So you guys will notice this sneaky, sneaky flat by Dato.
Yeah, someone watching on Twitch called Not a Pro 420, whose handle should probably be Not a Nice Person.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, Raksha got him.
Happy birthday yesterday, Raksha. It's over. Wasn't it great? Wasn't it a great birthday?
It's still her birthday in the UK.
Yo, Raksha, it's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
What's that other song? The hip-hop song from like the mid-2000s? Birthday checks. Birthday checks. Hope you get some birthday checks, Russia.
Checks like the cereal.
I was thinking more like CHEQUES.
Oh, checks. Sure. I always got that one wrong.
Have we seen a single Pocket Kings in the last 4 hours where an ace didn't come on the desk?
No, because there's always an ace on the desk. I mean, that saying exists for a reason. It's not occasionally, sometimes.
I think the Kings can find a little value here, potentially. And it might be like a blocker bet kind of situation. Yeah, and I think that's exactly what he's going for here. Nice little teeny tiny lead on the river. Going to try and get value from some 9x, 7x. Obviously slows the action down if he is somehow beat by like a weaker ace that might have taken a check on the turn just to be safe. Finds a pot control. But also, when you do this move, you open yourself up to potentially getting raised because some players might read into that as weakness and attack that smaller lead. But nicely played from Dato, very composed as always, and now 25 big blinds in stack.
Service, please. Camarero.
Can I have another minty?
Camarero.
Can I start calling it the usual at this point? Probably.
Love a Turkish tea.
7. It's going to be 7, I think.
Wow.
Excuse me.
They have to go out into the garden to find new mints at this point. Supplies.
Hey, bro.
Running low.
Fuck. To do it all in once, you know. It's ugly once you go on again and again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My manners. Sorry, I should have asked.
No, please. Yeah. Another mint tea, please. Another mint tea. I want to be like my friend.
Not going to lie, the minty here is actually incredible.
Thank you.
I'm with Gonzalez on this one.
Simone looks like the guy from Boardwalk Empire with one eye. All right, I'll allow it. Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Richard, right? That was his name? The guy with half a face?
Yeah.
What a badass. What a great character he was.
Speaking of Gonzalez, on the button. Let's go.
150,000.
Gonna pump it up.
Richard Harrow, thank you, Sam.
350.
Gonzalez making it 350,000 with the ace jack and gets both blinds to fold. Big Toro says, I feel like we're going to enter tomorrow with 7 players. You and me both. I know we still have more than half this level to play out, but just, I feel it in my waters, Nicholas.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get to the end of the level.
5 minutes before the end of the level.
What? It's going 48 more minutes. We're going to go the distance.
Oh, I know.
That's what we were saying.
Oh, that's what I think. You guys
Jesus
stealing my
Christ.
answer?
No.
Hello, 6-5 suited. That's a pretty hand. 300,000. Okay, keeping it tight. Don't mind that.
You see, when we run the breaks and we have those best of retro clips,
Yes.
and we look at EPTs of yesteryear, the era before ICM, the era when people were just punting chips left, right, and center and playing for the win, staring their opponents down. It was a case of who wanted it more. It was glorious, because this had been over in 5 minutes. We'd have a winner by now.
Oh, poker.
Because there was a lot of machismo back then, too. All this folding
525.
was disgraceful. Low T.
Schumacher with the ISO. He's like, not a limp on my big blind, and he's going to take it down. I really get the feeling that Halil to Syriac, he's got alligator blood. I really get that vibe from that guy. Like he's like, oh, you think 5 days is long? I could do this for 20.
Which one?
To Syriac.
Oh, yeah, I agree. He's going to go play cash after this.
Yeah, he like he's gonna go fire some cash immediately after we finish up.
He's going to
today.
have one hand pressing a slot machine while his other hand is peeling cards in a cash game.
Yeah, kid's got alligator blood for sure. You can tell.
Realize that I had it in my hand. Big head, bro.
Yeah, minty run good.
Yeah, that's why I asked for it. I hate mint, but
It didn't work for me.
6 plus.
pass.
8 plus. 10 plus.
I have a bad look-alike for Schumacher's shirt. It
Go
looks
on.
it looks like a Trisket.
I don't know what that is.
I know what you're talking about. That's a very American reference.
Well, I rolled the dice and it didn't pay off.
You got a nickname for two kings?
I call them big fat clangers earlier.
Massive clangers.
Man queens.
525.
Raise and take it for Schumacher. Thing is, guys, with 1,320 entries, we knew at some point this was going to slow down, and due to the number of chips in play, we were going to have a longer day, I guess.
Unfortunately, it started slowing down yesterday about this time.
Well, actually, yesterday we didn't even get to the end of the 5th level, right? So this is the day when it's all caught up with us.
Let's go. Mean tea.
You're not wrong, pal.
Favorite dealer.
Or life.
I can play without seeing my cards. No ICM pressure.
Yeah, nobody here cares about ICM. That's clear.
You know about that, right?
Thank you.
Nikita, the famous Nikita.
No gamble, no future, discipline.
Okay, let's gamble. Fold.
Got him.
That's not how it
Careful
works.
there, buddy.
That Spanish sense of humor we've heard so much about.
That's right, Josh, watching on YouTube. This is part 2. The video had to be reset during the dinner break because this broadcast has now been going on for more than 12 hours.
Smart. Smart of them to do it early.
I agree, Krishna. No one is a risk taker. They really need to stop thinking about the 6-figure scores they're competing for and start mixing it up a little bit. Get in there with your tray deuce and your...
If you're not first, you're last.
There can be only one winner.
Somebody needs to pump up the volume.
Kuznetsov out-flopped here, but has a solid drawer. Hey, look at this, huh? We talked about mint tea. It magically appears, and by magically, I mean a very hardworking producer named Summer. Thank you.
Turkish tea, baby.
So is Turkish tea the same as mint tea? Are you basically just giving it a different name?
No, they're completely different. But
Yeah, let her hold the tray with both hands and grab the tea off of it. How about there we
Okay,
go.
there we
I can
go.
tell that Summer has been lucky enough to maybe not have a ton of serving jobs. You have. So why are you struggling with that tray right now?
Now, it's not that I'm not ungrateful, so I need to check. Is this a herbal tea or is this a caffeinated?
It's caffeinated, yeah.
Okay, I cannot be drinking caffeinated
I'll take his, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Thank you.
I got to stay up watching cranking tutorials later anyway, so
I've already got mine.
Oh, you found a hack, have you?
Yeah, no, I got a VPN. I actually just FaceTime my girlfriend, then she shares her screen, leaves the room.
You know this what happened when you're so unfocused and then
It's a little workaround.
Do you know what's frightening is that's actually plausible.
She doesn't want any part of my cranking.
90% of these combos go through minimum 2 pairs.
400,000.
That's right, so whatever.
Kuznetsov has made the 10 high flush.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Summer. I didn't mean to criticize your tray skills.
You know, Barcelona, Juliano remains 0.8 blinds.
Check the
5 seconds.
It's actually a complete insult that we mentioned green tea that many times and it took someone that long to bring it to us. Only one person hopped to it. Unbelievable.
Kuznetsov checking it over to Schumacher, who has the opportunity to represent clubs. I don't think there's any chance Kuznetsov is going to fold that club unless he goes ridiculously big here. And even then, still might find it.
5 seconds.
It's not really nice when players go to friends and ask in the streaming, what they got.
5 seconds.
2 million.
2 million. That
Oh,
is
wow.
big.
Oh, wow. And Kuznetsov has to worry about the king and the queen, right?
Probably more like the king or the queen, but yes.
Yeah, the two cards
Yeah.
that Schumacher could have.
Oh, man.
I mean, does he really? Mostly just has to worry about the king, right?
Recap of the action. The button raise from Schumacher, flattered by Kuznetsov.
5 seconds.
Kuznetsov check calling the flop, check calling the turn,
Does lay
folding the river.
That is bossy from Schumacher.
Schumacher.
And Schumacher up to 9.5 million, nearly 65 bigs. Put some distance between himself and the rest of the table.
She's making me sick with that bluff. Absolutely sensational stuff.
Use the timer.
Can I have one?
When Schumacher watches the vlog back later, he's going to puke when he sees he's up against the 10 of clubs.
I think he'll allow himself a smile.
Yeah.
Please, tell me it wasn't.
Sevens for Gonzalez. Remember that controversial hand between Gonzalez and Kuznetsov?
I
That
do.
That was today.
No. It was day 5. But it was yesterday.
Okay. It was during this session, during this period of the
I'll
tournament.
give it to you. I just needed to
During this broadcast.
pet at you for a second. I'm sorry.
Although technically the broadcast did end and then restart, didn't it?
Only on one channel, not the other.
Tasharek just mucks the dominated hand. Oh, boy.
Ace jack of strawberries for Schumacher.
What's in this tea? I'm feeling good.
No, 350.
Call.
Call. G3 call.
The spirit of Turkey.
What's funny is when I think of Turks, is that what you say? Turkish people? I think of like really tough people, and then they're like, "Here's your tea, and here's a little sugar packet for you. Well, if you want to sweeten it up a little, in case the tea's a little too tough on your little tum tum."
Turkish coffee less forgiving.
I didn't use this sugar.
So Kuznetsov calling with nines. Trey deuce for Simon in the big blind. Folds, so we're going three-way to the flop.
Players.
5-4 deuce.
Gonzalez in another terrible spot.
He's not having a good day, is he?
It's just the last couple hours.
I was going to say, that to be fair, he was having a good day earlier, but the evening session, not so much.
5 seconds.
Kuznetsov with the best hand.
250,000.
Leads here for 250,000.
Oh, man. Really tough spot for Gonzalez here. 21 big blinds behind him. And is going to be tempted to continue here.
No, it looks like he's going to fold. No, time bank problems, too. Let's not forget about that. Does not fold calls.
Heads up to the turn.
Yeah, Schumacher out of the way.
Queen of spades.
Good news for the sevens, believe it or not.
L'Oreal on YouTube says the commentators need a nap. No, the commentators need to go to bed. Need more than a nap. We need a good night's sleep.
I've had 6 naps today.
We need to be fully refreshed and at our best for tomorrow's final table, when 7 players will return.
5 seconds. C5, check.
James, you have an extra 30 minutes to sleep in. Yeah, that's how it works. There's not like stuff that needs to be done in the morning. Going to make sure that Joe knows where to stand.
Uh-oh.
Joe, we're going to need you to flub your lines from right here.
Yeah, I mean, with the lead there, Gonzalez is probably thinking he legitimately has the best hand. I think he thinks he's going for value here. I think Kuznetsov is going to have a couple leads that contain a 4, a deuce, a 5, maybe a combination of one of those pairs plus a straight draw.
5 seconds.
550,000 apiece.
Gulp. What's SPR now? Not great, Bob.
And I think it's going to go check on the river. Neither player feeling great, but both with very considerable showdown.
Lines are good, and that will leave Jose Gonzalez with 16 big blinds.
Small blind, 9.
Eh?
Small blind, 9s. Red 9s, black 9s.
Always.
Poor fella.
Yeah, I mean, once again, though, Joe, it's kind of the same setup as before. Small blind range there, very different from the big blind defend range there, and I think probably doing way better against the big blind range there than you would do against the small blind range there.
I understand what you're saying, yes.
Yeah. Very similar setup to the previous situation. They found themselves in pocket 9s in the small blind once again for Kuznetsov, who's up to 46 big blinds.
Bastian says, and I thought Killers of the Flower Moon was long.
Lol.
Do you see that it's underperforming at the box office?
How do they know that? Or, oh, it's Sunday, I guess.
Guess what's beating it? Doing much bigger numbers.
Hold on.
It's not the Marvels or whatever.
No.
Is it something that also came out this weekend, or,
Yeah,
Trolls?
I'm not sure if it came out this weekend or it's been out a week already. I'm not 100% on the US box office, but I saw the headline this morning that had Killers of the Flower Moon underperforming and trailing X.
Trolls 3.
Nope. I've seen it in the chat.
Oh, the Taylor Swift documentary.
Yes,
Yeah,
Taylor
of course.
Swift's eras.
Of course.
It's everything.
Actually, it's not even a documentary. It's just the concert
the
on
concert.
film. Yeah. Crazy.
I'm going to go and see it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Alone?
When I see
No.
10 and
With your daughter, I hope.
pocket 10s
think my daughter's moved on from Taylor Swift. She listens to like Biggie and Tupac now. I had to break it to her that they're both dead.
Yeah.
They haven't put out a new album in a while.
And then you get
The concept of albums to the youth of today is alien. It's just what songs are on what streaming platform.
Right, which TikTok? Oh, this is a new Tupac because it's the first time they've heard it on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
I took a mint tea. Please, mint tea, mint tea. Oh.
Life After Death. Great album.
Life After Life, you mean? Tupac is alive.
Not yet. Station.
Living in Joe Stapleton's backyard.
Tupac is alive. I saw him pumping gas in Beverly Hills. 100%.
If Joe Stapleton had a pool house, he'd be living in Joe Stapleton's pool house.
Kings again.
She figures to 900,000.
Alex, he wasn't driving a car. He was working there.
All right, guys, so just to be clear here, to Syriac, 47 big, Schumacher, 54. So these are the two big boys at the table.
Tashirak calling the 3-bet. And these two are going to the flop. We've got 2.2 million in the middle already. $9.76.
Oh, baby.
Open-ended straight draw for Tashirak, who is probably feeling pretty good about 8s as things stand.
What a flop for the Ochos, though. Tons of equity here, given the fact he was crushed pre. It's actually increased in equity from pre-flop considerably.
Chris says, come on, tasty rack.
Ono says, last hand of the night? Possibly.
I don't see how.
King on the turn, 10 on the river.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
It definitely can just be winning here with the 8s, plus the improver. I think a call just makes so much sense. Don't want to get all hot and heavy against an overpair.
Good call, Rafa. 2 kings. No ace on the desk for once.
7, definitely not the worst turn for kings here. Obviously, slightly less likely your opponent's got a set of 7s, which is something that they still might be dealing with here.
5 seconds. 2 free bets out. 1,800,000.
Okay, this is getting serious. 1.8 the bet from Schumacher now.
So just over half pot.
Seconds.
Probably just asking himself, would he really do this with ace king? Maybe an ace-queen suited.
Even still, don't you have to, based on the fact that you can still improve?
It's not the worst price in the world. If you think that there's a chance you might be winning some of the time, and then also a way to improve directly with the 5 or the 10.
For those reasons, I'm in.
Largest pot of the tournament.
Largest pot of the tournament?
Not yet.
Also, it's a multi-way pot, so shush.
Ace queen, ace king.
Well, yeah, the player's not. Oh, you can't improve.
Oh, wow.
You can still improve, Nick.
That's an ocho.
Wow.
That's an ocho.
He's thinking he might river the straight, but instead it's an 8, and he rivers the boat.
Snowmen's.
Oh, man. Num. This is maybe the best feeling in poker.
I was going to say that maybe the money goes in if there's an 8 on the river.
Well,
I didn't think there was any chance an 8 would hit the river.
No, I think that's a good check back from Schumacher. The board just got very straighty.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see a check there to Syriac. I really feel like you're letting your opponent off, even when they got monster hands here. And
also because the money wouldn't go in.
That is a mahusive pot.
Yeah, and it's going to give Halil Tashirek the chip lead. He's got 10. Well, no, he's got 11 million. Over 70 big blinds. And we see Schumacher has dropped down to 4th place. Schumacher playing fewer than 40 bigs. Gonzalez has dropped down to 13 bigs.
You agree?
Yeah, I can't help but think maybe just like a little blocker bet on the river there, just trying to eke out the calls from the aces and kings, potentially incentivize a raise on the river from some of those overpairs, although probably usually defaulting to a flat, I imagine.
Maybe a straight raises here?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Pocket 10s might be in there once in a while. Not sure how frequently we see a 3-bet from those positions with the 10s. Probably not as often, but you never know. You never know. And
you never will know.
Yeah, checking there, unfortunately, means no more value, but still a huge pot for Halil to Syriac.
W. Cutmore asks, does anyone know the highest place Brit? I would guess, what, King Charles? Thank you for your question. James Corden? I don't know.
Oh, come on.
He's coming back, right?
Back to the UK?
He's quitting his show.
Yeah, we've had enough of him.
We don't want him.
The time has come. Gonzalez glances at the dealer like, did I do it wrong again?
I meant to limp.
It's a fine-looking squirrel you got there, sir.
Well, y'all did it to yourselves. Y'all are going to be shallow AF tomorrow. And you have no one to blame but yourselves.
That's why it really hurts.
I know it's difficult going to 1:30 in the morning. However, I would rather have it go to 1:30 in the morning right now than have a heads-up match go to 1:30 in the morning tomorrow.
You do realize that they're not mutually exclusive, right? That there is the possibility that we could play till 1:30 in the morning today and they could still play heads up to 1:30 in the morning the following day.
It'd be really tough given the level shortening.
Improbable, sadly not impossible.
Quiet.
So you're saying it's improbable, but not impossible.
Correct.
Kuznetsov, queen 10 suited, under the gun +1. Got the chippies, gonna put in a raise. 325K to go.
So average is 5.6. Big blind's 150,000. Carry the 1. Factorial. Imaginary number. Boop, boop, boop. I can't do it.
Square root of infinity equals MC squared.
You better watch out. You better beware. Albert knows that E equals MC squared.
That sounds like a rap song that would be sung by Lil Tazarek.
It's a song from, I want to say, 1979 called Einstein a Go-Go by Landscape.
It's a wonder I've never heard of it.
Einstein a Go-Go.
More like Einstein a no-no. Gonzalez, 16 big blinds, pocket sixes.
All you can eat.
All right, now hear me out here for Gonzalez. Bad lookalike. Hear me out. Elizabeth Moss. Look at the eyes. I got unlucky there that we cut away real quick. Look at the eyes.
4 stacks of greens or 3? Yes, 4 stacks of 4.
I'm literally on the edge of my seat.
All right, now check it out.
No discipline.
Elizabeth Moss.
I mean, literally, if you were to just frame out everything but the eyes. Yes.
Right, take off the beard. Add a little handmaid's outfit.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
He was just posturing. He had 7 to go.
This is the depths to which we plunged.
Maybe he'll just do it for me.
Making Jose sweat a little bit. Making you sweat a little bit. Yeah. Next time you ask, I'm gonna call the floor, okay?
Oh yeah, Forrest Gump running. Sure, I could see that, Sisyphos.
6 range, 600,000, 300,000.
Oh, almost did it again.
Thank you to Sinistar 23. Einstein a Go-Go was a good alternative music club in Jacksonville, Florida in the 1980s. Hashtag fun fact.
Einstein go-go.
The thing I remember about the song, I remember this when I was a kid, it starts with like someone calling the White House and being told that they can't be put through to President Carter.
The Turkish corner cheered for me.
Yeah, why not? Netherlands is like have more Turkish people than some of the Turkish cities.
There's a guy working here. I forgot his name, but he spoke German, but he spoke Dutch to me and my friends. Funnily enough, he said he lived in the Netherlands for 12 years. Really nice guy. Shout out to him.
Shout out to that guy. 15 minutes left on the clock. Going to play out the last 15 minutes of this level. Only stop if we lose a player. It is looking unlikely the way things are going.
By the way, overwhelming support for Elizabeth Moss and Jose Gonzalez. Pocket Queens for Lil Tazarek. Oh boy.
These two, the big stacks at the table now. 46 bigs for Gilly, and Tazarak now 69 bigs. Playing it cool. Pre-flop, no 3-bet from the ace-queen. Board is king 10-4. Gut shot for Simon. An opportunity for a c-bet from Tazarak, but plays it cool. Yeah, it seems unlikely that Simon would miss the opportunity to bet a king on this turn. So I think queens start to go for some value now. A little bit of protection from some flush draws, maybe some straight draws, for example, ace, queen. Maybe queen, jack, maybe jack 9 suited.
What is making that noise?
Someone's rubbing their chips together.
Oh, Barry Greenstein comes wading in. Bathrobe flapping open. In your face.
Chat pros, feel free to tell us all about how this wouldn't have happened if you c-bet the flop. Go.
But Tazarak is still chip leader with 9.88 million. Gilles Simon second in chips with 8.18 million. Jose Gonzalez still the short stack of the table, playing 2.8, 16 bigs. And 12.5 minutes to go.
ICM, amen.
Take your ICM.
It's on you, bro. Sorry. Excuse me. How much chips?
Cheryl Spencer wants to know, where is Stapes? He's in Cyprus. Thank you for your question. I'm not going to give you his room number, Cheryl. I mean, that would be inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
I have 10 seconds less.
I'm sure it's fine. C5,
Please, how much chips do you have? Come on. This is so not kind, eh? Not kind of chips. I'm joking, eh?
I know.
I never say the chips. The person. Never, ever, ever. Only the chips of the other guy today twice. I don't know if you was on the table.
Which one?
I don't know, but I was counting his chips, and suddenly the guy said, how much you have? And I said the amount. I said, fuck.
The guy with the Ukrainian?
Yeah, 15 minutes later, the same. And I said again, I said, sorry, bro. Yeah. It won't,
five orbit penalty.
It won't happen again. So sick.
A lot of apologies coming out of Jose Gonzalez today.
Good intentions.
Because I recently counted, you know. And he said, how much you have? I said, that. Giving the information.
C1 raised 300,000.
James and Joe, onto the gun.
That's not the James and Joe. The
Joe
Joe
Capleton
is the Jack of Hearts, JH for James Hartigan, and the Jack of Spades, JS for Joe Stapleton.
Thank you, though, Nick. Good looking out.
Don't worry, you've got Isaac on YouTube to deflect. Isaac writes, Jason Derulo is going to fly in out of nowhere and win this game.
Jason Derulo.
We're playing Mad Libs? What's going on?
I mean, why not?
Name a person. Jason Derulo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Call. 10. Call.
All right, ace-9 going to be dominated going to the flop.
And Gonzalez does not have a lot of big blinds. He's got like a 2-to-1 stack to pot ratio and is drawing nearly dead.
And he flop out of sets. So Gonzalez here, just a reminder, guys, our shortest stack, 14 big blinds behind. To Syriac. Not going to struggle to get the chips in if he takes a check on the flop here. It would be kind of cool to see him slow down and try and go 2 streets on the turn and river.
Mr. Jerky Jerky says, there's Jason Derulo, JD, Jack of Diamonds.
Yeah, he just finds it continue here. 300K to go, nice and small.
JC is the Josh Charles.
No action with the Jables. Just top set.
Tazarek adds to his chip lead. Gonzalez subtracts from his chip deficit.
What does Gonzalez have now? Fewer than 15 bigs?
Yup.
If Gonzalez can survive another 7.5 minutes, he will come back for the final day, and at least he will get 6 time bank cards at the start of play tomorrow, because right now he doesn't have any.
Mr. Shorty says spam Bob Ross to support bad lookalike Elizabeth Moss.
I shouldn't find that as amusing as I do.
That was a good one.
Medium Roller says, wouldn't subtracting from a deficit be adding? You're absolutely correct, but you are also absolutely banned.
Schumacher back in the mix.
Thank you for your comment.
UTG with the ace-jack off.
Everyone's getting a little bit sleepy now.
Jose. Jose. There we go. Hey, a little sourdough, a little artisanal, huh?
Yeah, versus that UTG Open, though, I think just a flat is what you want to do.
Ace Jack still the best hand on a 10-10-6 flop.
All right, just check it down. Let's go. Turn river. Push the pot. Or bet. Fine.
Excuse me, one little question. Tomorrow we redraw or we have the same seats?
No redraw. The final redraw of the tournament has already taken place. You get the same seats tomorrow. All 7 of you. Just resign myself to the fact that no one's going broke tonight.
You might be right there, not long left.
Aspetta, le carte, aspetta. Comunque mancano 4 minuti.
Bello rail, eh?
Bellissimo.
English only when there's a hand in progress, please.
Every creep in the world knows Bellissimo.
Let me see the cards minimum, no? Bro, very quick.
We've seen him from this position before, guys. Very prone to just playing the all-in card with the shorter stack here. I think we're going to see it again. Just 14 big blinds behind Jose Gonzalez.
Shoves for 14 bigs. As the button and blinds to get through, it's Andrea, the announcer Dato, on the button. 7-3 off. No drama here. No tension.
Will he announce fold?
As long as he does it today, I really don't care.
Uh-oh.
Queens for Tashirek in the small blind.
Can't wait to see the ace on the desk.
You are playing like 5 million?
That's 5, 6.
Okay.
Reshove from Tashirek. And a fold from Schumacher.
30%, I think. Yes. Do it.
So Gonzalez is at risk and behind.
Take my man.
But all he needs is an ace on the desk.
You have sick card distribution. Like queens, jack,
22.
king, queen.
Luck. 25 blind for tomorrow.
Of course, if queens hold, this will be the last hand of the night. Gonzalez will bow out in 7th place.
And if they don't hold, the next hand will be the last hand of the night.
Well, no ace on the flop, but there is a jack and 2 diamonds.
He knows all of his outs. This guy's good.
5 immediate outs for Jose Gonzalez.
Let's go, bro. Going together to win them.
Turn card is the 9 of diamonds. 12 outs now for Gonzalez.
Oh, it's never easy.
45 seconds of waiting now.
Okay.
Diamonds, jacks, and aces all working for him. 33% chance of survival.
Come on. One time, please. Everyone here deserves it. I want it.
The river is a jack.
Wow.
Trips for Gonzalez. He doubles up on the penultimate hand of the night.
The man is a skill. I'm a lucky bastard, no?
Yes, you are.
Story checks out.
For tomorrow, what is this? What the fuck? Bounce, see, 25, no, 27. Oh, so sick.
Gonzalez now has more than 30 big blinds. Bjorn Cousin Kai is now the short stack with 17 bigs. But remember, we're going to play one more hand tonight. If we don't lose a player in that hand, we come back with 7 tomorrow, and they're going to be a lot shallower because the blinds go up tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
By the way, Tashirek just lost the chip lead. Gilles Simon's now the biggest stack.
Yeah, not much in it, though. Only about 2 big blinds between Gilly and Tasiriak.
Now, guys, we could still lose a player on the last hand of the night, and then it'll be the last hand of the night.
Thank you for the clarification, Joseph.
I have 2.2, right?
Let's not forget that Gonzalez' luck started way earlier when his one-chip call was ruled a not call. Could have gone broke there.
Obviously, we will be playing 8-handed tomorrow once Jason Derulo arrives in Cyprus.
You guys.
Jason Derulo.
What if that dude ended up being right?
What the fuck, hermano?
Yeah.
Kuznetsov raising here with Queen Jack, folded to the blinds. Schumacher in the small. Ace deuce. Folds.
Literally the whole level.
And Cousin Kai folds the 8-3. That is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for day 5 of the EPT Cyprus main event. We've come to the end of level 31. We did not get down to 6. So 7 players will return for the final day, competing for the title trophy and first prize of $1 million. And it will be this guy, Gilly, Gilles Simon, who will have the chip lead, the slight advantage.
Then I can celebrate free, you know? Because it's hard to contain this feeling when somebody got the other feelings.
No one is more delighted to have made it through today to the final table than Jose Gonzalez.
Yeah, what an absolutely beautiful run out for the ace-jack. Equity found and realized.
So these are the chip counts coming into tomorrow. Blinds go up to 100,000, 200,000. Pressure on Cousin Kai and Dato. 12, 14 big blinds respectively. The chip leader only has 40 big blinds. This is now getting ridiculously shallow. There has to be some movement soon. We need to lose some players. We need to see some consolidation in the stacks.
6, 7, 7.5, 7.5.
And a reminder of what they're playing for. And this is the reason why we're not seeing a lot of action. Big jumps. Everyone's trying to ladder, make a bigger payout. But only one of them is going to take that 7-figure score and be named EPT Cyprus champion.
Here, tomorrow 12. 2, 4, yes, maybe. Sorry, sir, I need to focus. 6 million. 6 million and 50. 6 million and 50.
Italian royalty on the stage.
So we will be back tomorrow. In the meantime, head to the PokerStars blog for updates and stories from the European Poker Tour. We've got 1 day of streaming left to go. It's the final table, crowning the first ever EPT Cyprus champion. We're going to be on air half an hour later than usual. 1 p.m. local time, that is noon Central European summertime. We'll see you then. Until then, from Joe Stapleton, Nick Walsh, Maria Ho, Griffin Benja, and me, James Hartigan, it is good night from Cyprus.
Is this just the way it goes?